We are with a brand new Dacia Spring 2024 version, the 65 horsepower version, the most powerful version. And because I think this is the most efficient or one of the most efficient electric car when you drive in the city, I want to test it. And in this video, we will test the consumption. I will drive in the city, in a super crowded city, and we will see what kind of number we can get. We will drive only in eco mode, so you can activate it from here. Climatic system will be off, and we will just drive to see what kind of numbers we can get. And let's go here to the monitoring and then press OK, and we wait a few seconds until the consumption is done. Right now it's done, and then let's drive it. Also, I will drive in D mode, because I think D mode is the most efficient mode you can drive the car. And yeah, let's start it, guys. We have a trip of around almost 1 hour, so that should be enough for us to test, because we can travel from and pass the whole city, which is great. Plus we will have a lot of traffic ahead. So this is also a perfect test in real conditions, because today it's in the week time. People go to work, people come home from work, and so on, or yeah, whatever. So we'll be quite crowded today. So this is the perfect test to see the real life consumption. Also, you have a nice graphic here. If you go to electric, that shows you in real time what happened with the energy when the car recuperate energy, when the car used the energy, and so on. I already have another videos on my channel. If you want to see the proper test drive video where I explain you everything about the car, I will try acceleration and different situation, check out that video. It's already on the channel. Also, I have a full review presentation with interior, exterior, and all that infos, technical data. Definitely check out for more details. Plus, I will leave in the description of this video all the technical data of the car, so you can get a little bit more information about technical data and price. Also, this is one of the most affordable electric car and one of the most efficient electric car when it comes to driving in the city or driving on national roads to speeds from 10 km/h up to 80 km/h. It's extremely efficient, this car. And if you're a person that drive most of the time in the city, you should definitely check out this new Dacia Spring, because this might be one of the best option. And if you can also charge the car, or if you live in a place where you can definitely charge the car, I'd really recommend you to check it out, because yeah, the electric cars are a great options to save some money. If you can buy the car for a good price, like you can buy this Dacia Spring. This Dacia Spring full option, it's under 20,000 euro, so 19,900, something like that. You can buy this full option, the extreme version that I have with me. But the price of the car start at 14,800 euro or something like that. Depending on which country you are now, the price might be different. And if you have some incentives, like in some countries, you can get also a super good price for the car. For example, in Romania right now, you can buy this Dacia Spring with incentives 5,100 euro. A lot of incentives, I would say. You can buy it for 11,800 euro or something like that, which is really good. I mean, a brand new car with a lot of warranty for the battery, at least. You can get it in such a good price. I think it's fantastic. Now, I didn't even turn on the car before I drive. I just come to the car, I turn it on, and then I turn on the video. So I didn't allow the car sometimes like you do normally in other combustion engine cars, at least when it's winter. Like today it's 2 degrees outside, it's kind of cold, and it feels even colder, you know, it feels like it's 0 degrees. Anyway, it's in the morning, so yeah, You can see also I keep the climatic system off. I want to make this test with the climatic system off, because in this way I can understand a little bit better the raw consumption of the car, and this is what I want to do. This test is not only for you guys, but it's also for me, for my statistics, for my understanding of electric cars, you know, because I did this test and I want to do, and I have in plan to do the test also with a brand new Tesla Model 3 long range rear wheel drive, which I will have it at the end of this month. And I plan to do the same thing. I plan to drive it as long as I can, and I plan to stretch the range there as well, and the consumption. We will do the same test, and I want to see which one is more efficient, because I think those two cars are one of the most efficient cars. So this one is because it's extremely light. It's under 1000 kilograms, so 975 kilograms if I'm not wrong, around there. And yeah, the other one because it's crazy efficient and it has good aerodynamic, and it's really well set up. But from last time I remember I get this car, when I get this car a few days ago, and I travel through the city, and I get the consumption was around 10.8 or something like that. It was incredible, because usually Dacia claimed that this Dacia Spring has a consumption, the estimated VLTP, it's 14.6 kilowatt hour, right? And right now we have 14.7 kilowatt hour. It's extremely precise, was really close, and even most of the time even you can beat this estimation, right? Which is really impressive. Also the range of the car, VLTP, official numbers is 225 kilometers, but in the city Dacia claim that you can reach 305 kilometer, like we are driving right now, right? So the consumption should be lower than 14.6, and we can see if we can reach this. And you know why? Another reason I didn't want to do this video, but another reason why I do it, because I have some comments on my previous Dacia Spring test drives, which I did in Spain when was the car released, and some people tell me that it's not conclusive, you know, it's not conclusive, the test, and it's just I didn't have too much time, and I can't choose my road to do it. And then I decide to remake it, because some people really want to know what kind of numbers and yeah, how it drives in the city, and I do that for you. And right now you can see we catch a lot of traffic right here. It's kind of crazy traffic around this area. So yeah, this is perfect for the city. I mean, this car, the electric cars are perfect for the city, because if you have a diesel and you're staying in traffic, you lose a lot of energy. The consumption will be super high, and that's a big disadvantage of combustion engine cars. So with electric ones, you have options to somehow use less energy. But probably we will stay in these intersections here. Probably we stay 10-15 minutes without any problem. I'm also a little bit in rush, so I try my best to go a little bit faster, but yeah, I can do nothing right now. I really have to wait here until then. I think we'll go a little bit better after we pass those intersections. Will be definitely a little bit better. We can drive a little bit smoother. Right in this moment we have 14.6 kilowatt hour consumption. You can see also more details here on my driving. If you go on my driving and you go to energy, you see that this is the consumption right now for us for this trip, and here it gives you a few tips on how to drive economic. 14.2 kilowatt hours, so the consumption is going down. Even though we stay in traffic, in heavy traffic, the consumption is going down, which is great. This wouldn't happen if you have a proper pure petrol engine or diesel engine. But on an electric car, it's possible to stay in traffic and the consumption to go low. So we have 30% battery and 61 kilometer range left. I didn't even have to charge the car. I get the car with full percentage. I did my test drives. I drive the car in the city. I get the car. I go back with the car 15, and I didn't even have to charge it for the last three days, which is pretty good. I would say you can make a few days with the car if you go to work and home. If you drive under 50 kilometer daily, that would be fine. You don't have to charge it every day. So it's a perfect car for go to work and home, go to grocery, move around in the city. It's easy to park. There were some parking lots where when I park the car, it feels like it left so much space, like you still can bring another car in the front of this Dacia Spring. So it's quite compact. And another interesting thing what I noticed in the car is that the seats, even though the battery is not under the seats, you have a taller position of driving, so you sit pretty high. That was impressive. It's like I feel like I'm in a crossover somehow. I feel like my position is quite high here. Which again, it's very good because you have a very good visibility around the windows. Of course, the car is not the best in safety, but imagine in the city, most of the accidents, they're quite mild, right? So you have an accident with a scratch, with a little bit of bump hit or something like that. So you won't have a very bad accident in the city. Most of the accident, over 90% of the accidents that happen in the city, they are mild accidents, so they are not heavy like on the highway. So if you're driving most of the time in the cities, it doesn't matter if it's crazy safe like the others or not so safe, because usually nothing happen in the city, right? So this is another point to keep in mind, you know. So otherwise it's quite pleasant to drive it. The suspensions are decent, relatively decent and fine. And here we have a little bit of heavy traffic again, I think until the next intersection, then will be a little bit better. You know what I like in my country is that everybody's going on the railway. The police going on the railway, but nothing happened. I mean, the stupid people stay here, like me, including, and the big boys go on the other lane, right? And go in front of us. This is the thing that I definitely hate here, you know. It's not fair, man, you know. But yeah, anyway, for me it doesn't matter right now in this trip, because I have to stay here in the traffic to see exactly what kind of numbers we can get in heavy traffic. So we have 16.6 kilowatt hour until now. This was crazy heavy traffic, right? So until here we get super heavy traffic. You know, the problem is that the more the cars come there on the left lane, the more they go in the front, and at some point in the front it's only one lane. So if you wait here, you will definitely wait the double time than when you go on the other lane. You see, it comes with emergency brake. If the car sees that the car in front is braking and you are not braking, the car will also activate this warning. So it comes with some safety features, very useful safety features. 15.6 kilowatt hour. It stays around here in super heavy traffic, so you know what to expect. So when you have a lot of heavy traffic, like accelerate, brake, stay, accelerate, brake, stay, the consumption should be around 15.5, around there. But it's also quite cold outside. Let's keep in mind that today it's winter, it's cold, 2 degrees, maybe less than 2 degrees, it feels less. And that's very important, because in cold the electric cars perform really worse than in the summer. Probably if we were in the summer until now, we had much better consumption. So you see, what I was telling you a little bit earlier is the fact that right here we have this only one lane, you know. $16.5 kilowatt hour, still in traffic. I hope after this traffic light we can drive a little bit faster without stopping, and I think that will be the case. I hope. To have a little bit of continuity. I like the fact that the car is pretty light and agile. You can go in small spaces without any problem. It feels light and easy to drive in the city, so that's a big advantage and very important, at least when you're driving in the city. it's a little bit better, and then we get a little bit more traffic later. 16.6 kilowatt hour, stays around there. Until now I can say it's extraordinarily good, but I'm just thinking that it's quite cold. When I get the car, outside was like 8-9 degrees, and I did the same trip, was kind of the same traffic, and I get around 10.8 kilowatt hour. Now it's 15.6, and I guess, my guess is because it's cold outside. Not sure completely 100%, but this is my guess. And why I want to do the same trip with the same condition, because there are so many factors. Sometimes there are so many factors that you can take into consideration when you do this test and when you're driving. An electric car, like the temperature, it's extremely important. The temperature from outside, it's crazy important. When we calculate the efficiency of the car. Normally, the most efficient driving with this car, it's when you just all the time roll and you don't have to brake and accelerate all the time, you know, like city but without traffic. That's the most efficient. There will be the most efficient result. But of course, if you brake and accelerate and brake and accelerate and brake and accelerate and so on, you lose a lot of energy through this process. So it's crazy traffic. It's even more traffic than I was imagining. I was imagining it's a little bit better here around this area, but yeah, I guess it's pretty. I don't understand why today it's so much traffic. Usually it wasn't. This is like heavy traffic today. I hope on some area will not be that much of a traffic, and we can also roll, at least roll, you know. Doesn't matter the speed, we just have to move. 15.3 kilowatt hour. But yeah, those are the best. I mean, those are real life condition. You can have better real life condition than this one here, and this is one of the crowded city in the world. We do 15 kilometers in 1 hour and something. I don't know, sure, but 15 kilometer will be like 1 hour and a half almost. It's crazy. You see, this kind of conditions, it's killing your consumption as well. So you will have higher and higher consumption. $15.8. So at least until now we know what to expect. If you have around 2 degrees outside or around 0 degrees outside, you can expect in the city, crowded city, without the climatic system, you can expect to have around 15 kilowatt hour consumption, which is not bad. Now we can roll a little bit, and that's good, but just a little bit, because again here we catch some traffic on this area. And the consumption immediately, you see immediately when the car is rolling a little bit more, you have immediately 14.2 kilowatt hours. And right now in this moment I have under what they are estimating, under the VLTP. And I still have 29% battery, 58 kilometer range to go, which is quite fine. So here again, this intersection, some heavy traffic, then will be a little bit better, and then we can roll a little bit. So we have 13.8, look at this, just a little bit of rolling, and immediately you see the consumption going a lot lower. So 13.8 kilowatt hour. Wow, that's good. We are under the VLTP estimated right now, which is pretty good. Still 2 degrees outside. Here you can see how much percentage you still have in the battery. You can also set the charging limit and so on. And then if we go to my driving, it gives you some tips. Acceleration and speed, very good. Anticipation, not so good. Consumption, 15.1. You can see in the front there. Yeah, I'm really curious to find out the result in the end. I want to know. When you're driving in eco mode, the car will give you the speed a little bit slower, you know. That's important because the slower you get the power, the better will be the consumption in the end. And the car also have a sound. You can hear a sound from outside when you're driving at low speeds to warn other people around that it's a car here, you know, because it's so silent. $14.2 kilowatt hour right now. We have to okay, now here we are. Now we can roll a little bit without stopping until the next intersection. .4, it's going better. Now I think that was the worst traffic until here. Now it's getting better, and we can roll a little bit. And right now you can see that the consumption is going down. It's 14.7, 6, 5, and so on, 4. It's going down because those are the perfect conditions of driving an electric car. This kind of speed, it's the around 50 km/h is the favorite speed. And then we get a little bit of traffic again here ahead. So 12.7, wow, this is the lowest number that I get until now. 12.6. You know, these electric cars are also easy to drive. I remember first time when I was to the driving school, right? You go to the driving school, I remember I have a manual transmission, a petrol engine, and the transmission wasn't so straight, right? And you have to learn to start from this area, you know, like when the road it's not straight, like on the ramp, right? And then you always have to hold the clutch and hold the brake and then release the brake and then acceleration and release the clutch in the same time. Was super kind of stressy in the beginning. I feel like some stress, and for many people that was, I mean, for many kids when we get the driver license at 18 years old and so on, was kind of stress, kind of hard, or yeah, hard to understand and to get around it. But now if you have this electric car, it's just, you just release the brake and then it's stay there, or you just go a little bit in front. You just have to press the brake and release the brake. It's so easy, man. I mean, these days driving those kind of cars like this Dacia Spring, it's extremely easy to drive it. It's extremely easy to go around the city. It's like everybody can do it, right? You just have to learn the rules, and then if you know the rules of driving, then moving the car around, it's extremely easy. Now we have 13 kilowatt hour until now, 12.9 actually. It's good, it's really good, it's really good. We are way under the VLTP estimation, so that's what I was thinking about. It's extremely, you can see 27%, 56 kilometer left, and we did like maybe half hour, maybe more than half hour I think, for this trip, and we drive just 6-7 kilometers maximum around there, so not too much. It's really fine. I'm really satisfied with the numbers and with the consumption until now, but my plan is to get it under 11 kilowatt hours, something like that. If I manage to get it under 11 kilowatt hour, that would be perfect. For these kind of conditions, that will be more than perfect. I want to stay also on the first lane. Steering wheel, it's light and it's pleasant to drive it. It's really pleasant to drive the car. .5 kilowatt hour. Now when we are rolling at speeds up to 80 kilometer per hour, the consumption will go down. Always 12.2 right now. It's really good. It's really good. It's totally possible to go lower. And this is, I want to go on the right side. Everybody's driving on the right side. That car goes out there. Don't want to go out here, so we can roll for a little bit and then go on the first lane, because we have to make right here. Brake and recuperate some energy back into the battery. And we have 11.9. Ooh, for the first time when I saw it today, 11 there. So that's good, that's good. Sounds good, look good. So it's totally possible. It's really possible. Let's don't forget that we are way under the VLTP estimation. Twelve point two. 12.1. It's hard to say what kind of numbers I can get until the end, because it's complicated. It's really complicated. I don't know what's come next, how much traffic I will get next. I know that usually it's some traffic on the next intersections, so I'm guessing it's possible, but only if I will get perfect conditions. If I catch again some heavy traffic, then will be extremely hard to go under 11. $11.7 right now. Oof, that's the best until today, and from what we get today. And yeah, this is crazy traffic again here. I hope we wouldn't stay too long. I'm also a little bit in rush, so I have to be there in around 20 minutes, so that will be not so easy. And we still have around 4 or 5 kilometers, something like that. 4 or 5. I'm not sure 100%, but around there. And we have 12 kilowatt hour. It's good. It's good, not bad, but I want to be under. I want to be around 11 and something. Let's go back here. Oh, I get better. You see that? It's a anticipation, better, acceleration and speed, almost perfect. Advice, you see that it gives you some advice. Take off the foot acceleration, avoid unnecessary late braking, and so on. If slowing down, increase the safety distance to keep a steady pace. We did that, we tried to do that, but it's hard to do this in the city. Anticipate the movement of the other vehicles, right? We do that. Yeah, that's pretty cool. We try to do those things, but I try to do it, but you know, it's hard in the city because sometimes unexpected things happen, like braking or coming in front and so on. And if you drive super slow, it's not possible in the city because yeah, other driver will come in front of you, so you have to keep the peace with the other drivers as well. So you have to drive in their style. You can go a little bit slower, yeah, but you can't go too slower, so you have to still keep between those two common sense lines. So now we have a few intersection around 3 kilometer. I hope we can roll and not stay too long on the stoplight. We have 12 kilowatt hour consumption until now. So we are lucky until here. 11.9. You see what I mean? I can't stay too much in the back because other cars will come in front, so I still have to. I can drive kind of economical, but not too economical, because other cars will kind of come in front. So yeah, you have to keep the peace, the steady peace with the other drivers and other cars. So for example, right now it's not so fun that car will go right, but I can go back here on the lane. Pretty cool. Because we have to do left at some point. I think at the next, or around a little bit more in the front. The next one, not the next, the second next. 11.7. So until now I reach my purpose. You can put it also in B mode, or just press the acceleration slowly to anticipate the traffic. This is what the car told me a little bit earlier, but it's not so easy, and I still have to keep on this lane because I have to do left. 11.4. Oh yes, if I'm lucky and I don't get too many traffic on the next intersections, or not too many red stops, I would probably go under 11. Man, that would be impressive. Going under 11 kilowatt hour, that would be ooh. $11.7. $11.5. Ooh, it's going down. That's good. $11.4. And from here we have another 1.2 kilometers, 1.5 or 1-2 kilometers, something like that, around there. I think no more than 2 kilometers. So it's definitely possible to get 11 kilowatt hour. So I told you guys, I told you it's one of the most efficient car. Electric car. I don't even need to tell you a petrol or diesel car. That's for sure super efficient. And this car remember me, you know, when first electric cars come on the market, was one of the most efficient electric car was Hyundai Ioniq was crazy efficient. The first model, man, was really good in terms of consumption. And this Dacia Spring, it's also extremely efficient. And now there are a few super efficient electric cars on the market these days, and this Dacia Spring, it's one of the most affordable, efficient car on the market. So if you need an affordable electric car for the city with great efficiency, I think Dacia Spring is the way to go. At price under 15,000, entry-level car, it's extremely good for a brand new car. Outside are 3 degrees right now. It's a little bit warmer, but still cold. And we have 11.7 kilowatt hour. The consumption is go a little bit higher. It's normal when you stay in traffic or drive a little bit slower and accelerate and slower and slowing down and then brake and accelerate, then we'll use more energy. This is one of the last intersection. Come, let's go. Now we just keep the steady pace. We don't have any more traffic lights around here, probably just rolling, and that's good because we have 11.7 kilowatt hour consumption until now, so it should go lower. Oh my god, I can't believe that. Because this is the perfect speed, 50 km per hour is the perfect speed for the car, so it's definitely possible to go even under 11. We'll see. I'm just driving along with the other drivers the same piece. 11.3. I'm pretty sure I will get 11. I'm not sure which, but I'm pretty sure I will get 11 for sure. I don't think I can get higher than 11 kilowatt hour consumption now. 11.1. Ooh boy. Now anticipate, release the acceleration, and the car recuperate. I have 11 right now. 11. Man, I can go under 11 probably. Let's see. The more I drive like that, the better consumption I get. 11.3. Ah, okay. I was close to the 10. I was definitely close. I don't think I can get 10 now. Because I have another 200 meters or something like that. 11.2, 11.1. 11.1. Okay, that's it. 11.1. 11. Woo! Woo, crazy. Anyway, incredible efficiency, man. Look at this. I have 11 straight, 11 for 1 hour, driving 1 hour in the city, crowded city, crazy. And if you go here to my driving, if you check this, 81. So yeah, anticipation wasn't that good. But guys, I hope the video was useful. Crazy efficient car. So if you're looking for a city electric car, this Dacia Spring, it's extremely efficient, one of the most efficient electric car that you can get on the market these days. So definitely check it out. Thank you for watching, stay safe, and I see you soon in the next one. Bye guys.